Hello and welcome to the Evercade Retreat. Gene Joke here, and today I'm adding Rastan to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Rastan can be found on the Taito Collection 2 for the Evercade, and is a side-scrolling hack and slash where you control Rastan, a very Conan-like figure, as he hacks and slashes his way through a fantasy world. It was released into arcades in 1987 and was subsequently ported to various systems, including the ZX Spectrum, the Commodore 64, the Sega Master System, and the Amstrad CPC. I'm sure there were some others as well, but I never played those. The story is pure Conan stuff. It's about Rastan, who is the present ruler of his kingdom, as he narrates the past of his previous adventures and his eventual taking of the throne. Yep, it's a pretty direct rip-off of Conan, but that's part of why I like it. I was a huge fan of Conan and various other sort of sword and sorcery movies when I was younger, and I've always been a fan of this game, ever since I first played it on the ZX Spectrum, but it was the Sega Master System port that I played through the most, and that's where I first finished the game. And it wasn't until getting the Taito Super Pocket where I finally finished the arcade original for the first time. But anyway, I've already established that I like the game, but let's go on to the actual review section, shall we? Graphically it's strong. While it is very much a product of its time, it's a good looking game for 1987. It really captures the feel of things like Conan, or Frank Frazetta, or Boris Vallejo paintings. The outdoor environments are definitely the strength. Some of the indoor environments don't look quite as impressive. Your main sprite looks good, as do the enemies, although the animation isn't the best, but for the time I think it was decent. The music is generally very good. There's a suitably epic fantasy theme that suits the action. Although there isn't a huge variety of different music tracks as you progress through the game, what there is quite memorable. Again, the audio is of its era, but I can't hold that against it. The gameplay is fairly straightforward hack and slash stuff. Move from left to right, jump, swing on ropes, swing your sword, collect power-ups, kill enemies, fight a few bosses, rinse and repeat until you've reached the final boss, a great big red dragon. And it can be quite challenging, although you can easily finish it with a bit of credit feeding. The power-ups I mentioned come in the form of different weapons, which will give you increased range and damage, including a flaming sword which launches fireballs. These only last for a limited period of time, and if you pick up another weapon while carrying one, you'll switch to that. There's also some armour items which will increase the amount of damage you can take, as well as health pickups and point pickups. Controlling Rastan can be a little bit stiff and clunky. The jump may take a bit of getting used to, as you can hold it to get an increased range to your jump, but after a very brief adjustment period you'll soon get used to the feel of the controls, and it'll be plain sailing from there. The game itself generally wants you to keep moving. Enemies will continuously respawn, so you just want to keep advancing forward and hacking your way through the enemies. If you hesitate and slow down, things tend to get a bit tougher. But in my opinion, the toughest aspect of the game is the bosses. Like all good bosses, you'll need to learn their patterns and persevere a bit before you can defeat them. So overall, well, to be perfectly honest, I find it hard to be objective. I can see some flaws in it, I can see that not everyone might like it, but I have a huge amount of nostalgia for it and it's right up my street. But I can see how others might find it a bit frustrating, or perhaps even a bit repetitive. So while it's going to rank quite highly on my overall ranking list, I know full well that it is bolstered somewhat by my tastes, and particularly my nostalgia for it. But as for where it goes on my list, well, I'm placing it above Rogue 64, but below Fireshark. But I think that wraps things up for this review and ranking. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.